And we are fired up and ready to go for the third consecutive year. It is our, what are we calling it? I guess we'll call it the Coast to Coast NBA mock draft and off-season preview. What's up, everyone? I'm Josh McCauley. That's Mike Middle. Mike, how you doing?
I'm good, Josh. How you doing, man?
Doing great. I'm excited for the third consecutive year. We are going to attempt to do an NBA mock draft, and maybe we'll talk a little bit of an off-season preview. There are a lot of big-name free agents this year. And I'm sure hot takes will be a-flowing. So why don't we jump right in, Mike?
Yeah, talk about consistency. 3 years in a row is something special.
Yeah, we're definitely very, very consistent. We take this incredibly seriously, and who knows? We talked about doing a bet a couple times. Maybe we'll finally do one. We'll figure it out. Anyway,
do what?
Maybe we'll do some sort of bet, like whoever gets the most picks right. You know, the loser's gotta.
Do you have all yours written down?
Yeah.
Then I have all mine written down. We can just put it into a spreadsheet and figure out who has more.
We'll make a Google Doc so that way hold each other accountable. No one can go back and read it. We can see the last and what they did. So
yeah,
if someone tries to pull a fast one. Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
So let's start. Mike, your Celtics.
One sec. I need a charger.
Okay, he needs a charger.
Malfunctioning right now.
I'm gonna eat some popcorn while you do that.
Hold up. Is this close enough?
Well, Mike does that. Very very point guard heavy draft. I think you'll see when we do our picks. At least the top two picks, I would say, are probably going to be point guards, and there's certainly a chance that the top three even could all be point guards. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 point guards who could go in the top 10, Mike. 6 of the first 10 picks could be point guards. I would not be surprised if that happened at all.
6 of the top 10?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
If I'm counting right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have 6.
Oh, you have 6. All right.
What are we considering Malik Monk?
Shooting guard for now. We'll see. I think he's going to have to become a point guard. I don't think he's big enough to be a shooting guard full time, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, let's get this thing rolling. Let's rolling.
Let's start with your Celtics. At number 1.
My Celtics, they just took a big win on the road in Game 3 against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hot take, Celtics better with NIT.
Honestly, all right, so you're setting me up perfectly. The Celtics, they draft Markelle Fultz out of Washington, number 1. I think that's the assumed number 1 pick for everybody. And you're not going to play one of them off ball because you already have Avery Bradley and Marcus Smart as shooting guards. So maybe trade Isaiah?
I would. I don't think he's worth what they're going to have to pay him.
Yeah, and Avery Bradley is worth more than him, and they're going to have to pay him the same year.
Avery Bradley plays defense. I would say he's within, I wouldn't be surprised every year to look up and see him on one of the 3 all-defensive teams. I don't think he was this year. He also missed a lot of time with an injury.
Well, they haven't been announced yet this year.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on there. I think he's worth it. The weird thing for me with the Celtics is they can either, if they make this pick, I think they're signaling they acknowledge their window's not now, and that's not a bad thing because if I'm the Celtics, I'm not trying to win now. I'm trying to be very, very good 4 to 5 years from now when the Cavaliers are slowing down because I'm sorry. They're not there yet. I think we've talked about it. In my opinion, they're a 4 seed that is overachieving. The Wizards, who I think are a very flawed team, took them to 7 games. Obviously, they had a great win tonight. Needed some all-time performances by Marcus Smart and Avery Bradley and guys like that to win that one by 3. The Celtics shouldn't be trying to win now. If Danny Ainge thinks they are trying to win now, you trade this pick. You go get a Paul George. You go get a Jimmy Butler. And you see if that's enough to get you over the hump. I don't think it is. So by making this pick, I think they signal that their window's not now, and that's not a bad thing at all. I think their window's 4 years from now, and I think Fultz is a great building block. Trade Isaiah, you get some more draft picks. You still have another Brooklyn pick. You have a Memphis pick. Maybe you trade a guy like Jay Crowder. Be a fringe playoff team. Build on those assets. Do what the Nuggets have done, which is trade away older, more expensive assets. Keep compiling draft picks. Stockpile these young, promising players. And then when the Cavs slow down, when LeBron slows down, that's your time to shine. So I think Markelle Fultz, easy pick, and I think that should signal their window is not now.
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree. It certainly isn't. I mean, it's just icing on the cake to be in the Eastern Conference Finals if you're a Celtics fan. But definitely, I do agree. They would definitely easily be a 2 seed if the Cavs actually tried at the end of the year, maybe a 3. But I think this is the bridge team, and just to be in the Eastern Conference Finals with this bridge team is saying a lot about Brad Stevens and how he's been able to do with this team, improving the record every single year. This team is certainly set up for a lot of success down the line. Need a lot of help in rebounding. You can get that with those trades, like you were saying, with Jay Crowder or Isaiah Thomas. Thomas is an all-NBA second team, so that already moves up his trade stock a lot more. Now, with the surgery that's coming up, maybe not, but Markelle Fultz, perfect fit for the Celtics. He's young. He can create his own shot. He scores a lot, and he's great in the pick and roll, which the Celtics absolutely love to run. So certainly going with Markelle Fultz, number 1. I know you are too. So let's go to number 2, Los Angeles Lakers. Now, LeVar Ball has been willing it to come that the Lakers take Lonzo Ball out of UCLA. Will it happen, Josh?
No.
No.
Nope. I say no. Guy, for me, he's been shooting up everyone's boards. I know the Lakers are supposedly enamored with him, and I think he fits what they're trying to do better. I have De'Aaron Fox from Kentucky. The thing with Lonzo is we don't know how his shot's gonna transfer. His shot's broken. People said the same thing, with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Hey, he can develop a jump shot. No, he can't. Lonzo.
Wait, time out. That's one thing I want to talk about is you don't create a jump shot once you get to the NBA. It's you have it or you don't.
If you don't have it, you're never going to have it.
It's creating consistency. Yeah. But if you don't have a jump shot, you're not going to get it.
Lonzo's shot his shot is broken. I see him. He honestly reminds me of a more athletic Ricky Rubio, and I think that is his ceiling in the NBA. He's going to score 10 points. He's going to give you 10 assists and 5 rebounds, but he's not, a face of the franchise guy that you want to have the ball on the line. Now, would he do a nice job spreading the wealth for the young core that they're building? Absolutely. I don't think he's the right fit, though. You put De'Aaron Fox in the backcourt with D'Angelo. Now, granted, De'Aaron Fox is no slouch passing either. Obviously, he's not Lonzo. Lonzo put up crazy numbers in terms of assists in college. But De'Aaron Fox, he's more athletic. He has a jump shot. He can get to the rim with more ease. And he's no slouch when it comes to passing either. I think that is a potential to be a potent backcourt for 10 years to come. He's rising up everyone's boards for a reason. I know the Lakers are seriously considering him. And another plus is he does not come with LeVar Ball attached at his hip. So De'Aaron Fox. I don't think that's going to end up being like what pushes it, yes or no. But I think De'Aaron Fox is just a better pick. I think he's got a higher ceiling. I'm not sold on Lonzo in the NBA. I think he honestly might be Ricky Rubio. I would not be surprised if that's all he is.
See, I see Lonzo Ball, and it kind of reminds me, I know we were kids when we watched him play, but Jason Kidd is kind of a name that I see in Lonzo Ball's play. It's not fully like it. It's not to that high echelon that Jason Kidd had, but Lonzo Ball can really shoot when he has the space. So just got to create his own space, which he can do. And his vision is incredible. He's a team player, and that's really what Jason Kidd was able to do. Now, you put Lonzo Ball at the point, and you have D'Angelo Russell at the 2, which is where he's been playing a lot this past season, which was off ball by the end of the season. You really set yourself up much better. And I think that Lonzo Ball, he fits the city better, too, than Malik Monk might. He's a Southern Cal boy. He's from Southern California. He's ready for that action, and I think it'll be a perfect transfer into playing for the Lakers.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they picked Lonzo. I really wouldn't, and I think they might. just everything that I've been hearing and the way that I look at it, I like De'Aaron Fox more. I think he's got a higher ceiling, and I think that might be what Magic is thinking. I think Magic is looking for a point guard that reminds him of himself. And certainly Lonzo reminds him of himself in terms of the passing. And obviously, you just made it. The Jason Kidd comparisons are there. Jason Kidd was a guy in his prime who could just take over a game. I mean, he could drop 30 in his prime. And he's a knockdown shooter from everywhere. Step backs on the pick and roll. Lonzo, I don't think quite profiles as that. Can he knock down an open jumper? Off a pass, yes. I'm not convinced about him being able to create his own shot, which I think is an issue. But we'll see what happens. Let's move on to number 3, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sixers.
Well, with the 76ers, I had two guys that I was really trying to differ between who's going to go here, who's going to go next pick. And that's where I was really trying to debate. Actually, when I was creating this whole mock draft, is who's going to go in which pick. So for the Sixers, whichever one I was going to pick will be a small forward. I'm going to go with Jason Tatum out of Duke. I had him over who's my next pick. I'll get to him in a second. But purely because of – all right, so I'm going to compare the two right now. So I'm going to give up my next pick as we were at it. Jason Tatum over Josh Jackson, because Tatum is more of a pure shooter, better shooter. He fits more in at the 3 than Josh Jackson would with the 76ers with less offensive pure ability, natural ability. You have Ben Simmons, who's probably going to be playing the point, and Joel Embiid down low. That's not much shooting. So if you get a knockdown shooter like Jason Tatum, especially as he was at the end of the year in the tournament with Duke, if you put him along with Saric, you're setting yourself up much better for the 76ers team. So the pure shooter of Jason Tatum makes me put him at number 3.
I like it. I definitely like the fit. I know the Sixers are looking for backcourt help, and if Ball does go 2, I wouldn't be shocked if they grab Malik Monk here. But since I had Ball not going 2, I have Lonzo going here. Solve a point guard issue. It's going to allow Ben Simmons to play small forward, or flip-flop, play Lonzo off the ball, play Simmons running the point as well. But just now you have 2 incredible passers. And for a team that's built through what it has in the post with Saric and Okafor's falling out of favor, but Okafor and Joel Embiid, if he can ever stay healthy, being able to have 2 guys who can spread the floor like that and have incredible court vision and be able to kind of flop them out in terms of whoever's running the point, that's incredible. And I don't think Lonzo would fall further than 3 if he was passed on by the Lakers. So I'm going to have the Sixers going with Lonzo.
All right, so moving on to number 4, the Phoenix Suns. Already given my pick, Josh Jackson. The Suns have plenty of ball handlers. They need an elite wing, and Josh Jackson is an absolute athletic freak out of Kansas. He's great off the ball. They have plenty of ball handlers in Phoenix with Eric Bledsoe and Booker. So you put somebody off the ball, and he also has great defensive talent, so he can play both sides. That's just a scary, young, explosive core waiting to pop.
Yeah, I have Josh Jackson as well. The one thing Phoenix doesn't need is a shooter. I mean, think about what they have. Brandon Knight, Eric Bledsoe, Bender when he gets older, Marquise Chris, Devin Booker. They need a guy who can play perimeter defense and just be an athletic freak, and that's exactly what Josh Jackson is. He's not as refined offensively as a guy like Jason Tatum, but again, Phoenix doesn't need a shooter. They need a guy with some grit who will do the things that don't show up in the box score, and that is exactly what Josh Jackson provides.
All right, number 5, Sacramento Kings, Josh.
Well, the Kings are in a great position. They have 2 picks in the top 10. So the first one, look, they need a point guard. They need to address the point guard position very, very badly. So I'm going to take my 4th point guard off the board from NC State, Dennis Smith Jr. There are some worries about his ability to shoot from the perimeter.
Hello.
Did you freeze?
You froze.
I froze. You froze.
Well,
oh, the video call was lost. The connection was lost. Try again.
Start over.
My Wi-Fi go away? What the heck?
So it was your fault.
Evidently. It's weird.
That was a good start, too.
Yeah. My Wi-Fi.
Oh. Am I back? Well, we're still live, so we got that going for us. That is a good question. I don't know. Hang on, I'm seeing what happened. He hung up. Can you hear me? Hello? Mike Niddle. Mike Niddle. Mike Niddle. Hello?
Hi.
What's up?
Scrap this video.
All right.